everyone! Welcome to your art class. Last session, we finished talking about the light and shadow and its function, the line shading and the color shading. And you already know what are the natural light and artificial light. So for today, we will proceed with distance and depth. Are you ready? Now let's get started. Distance. When we say distance, it refers to the gap a viewer's conscious reality and the fictional reality presented in a work of art. So in drawing or painting, it will affect the size, color, and forms of the object. Next is depth. Depth refers to the perceived distance between the background and the foreground of a composition. So the closer object, the more darker shade. The far away object, the lighter the shade. Scenery pictures show objects that are close up and objects that are far away. So, it is important to give a feeling of distance. In the picture that you can see on your screen, the sky and mountains are long-distance elements, while the trees and the ground are close-up elements. When drawing objects that are far away, do not focus on details. Light colors are applied to make it far or look far. In contrast, drawing close-up objects add greater details and use stronger colors. We need to concentrate on light and shadow when drawing a picture to show distance and depth. Use different shades or tones of a color to add highlights and shadows. That will give your objects dimension and make them look more three-dimensional. In drawing objects at different sizes to create depth, bigger objects will look closer and the smaller ones will look farther away. Enhance it even more by adding a horizon line. Objects with darker shade or shading will appear closer. Like the picture that you can see on your screen, paint your highlight color on the top and or side of your object where the light would hit it, and your darker shades underneath and or on the other side of your object where the shadows would be. Remember, the more shades of color you use, the more depth your object will appear to have. And also remember, the closer the object, the more bigger and darker shade. The more farther away the object, the more it's brighter and small. The following slides are some example of painting applying distance and depth. So please continue watching for you to get the ideas or some ideas that you can apply to your activity for next session. The first artwork that you can see on your screen is entitled Little Fish. This series of picture that you will see is an illustration or illustrate the steps needed to create distance and depth in a piece of visual art. In this artwork, it uses watercolor as a tool. The next artwork is entitled New Friends Place. It also uses watercolor for coloring tool. And the last artwork is entitled Watch Out. This picture is also uses watercolor for coloring tool. I hope you understand our lesson for today. And please observe those pictures, the steps and its differences when it comes to light and shadow, distance and depth. Because it will be useful for your next activity, next session. So that's all for today, class. Thank you.